ever wondered how to build a DIY underground bunker in the forest with just one tool? Welcome to a world where the impossible becomes possible, where resourcefulness reigns supreme. Today we're exploring how to create a functional, secure underground shelter using only what the forest provides and a single, versatile tool. This bunker not only provides a unique camping experience, but also serves as a survivalist retreat in emergencies. With a dash of creativity and elbow grease, you can make this happen. Now let's dive into the step-by-step process of building this DIY underground bunker. The first step in our adventure is selecting our one and only tool. Now you might be thinking, how can we build a bunker with just one tool? The answer lies in versatility. We need a tool that can multitask as much as we do. Enter the sturdy, sharp shovel. This isn't just any shovel, it's a one-stop shop for all our bunker building needs. It will be our digger, guiding us deep into the earth. It will be our cutter, helping us shape and carve our shelter. It's even our artist's brush, adding those finishing touches that make our bunker a home. Remember, it's not about having a tool for every job, but rather a job for every part of our tool. So choose wisely, choose versatility. With the right tool in hand, we're ready to start construction. The next crucial step is identifying the perfect location for your bunker. Now, don't just pick the first spot you see. There are several factors to consider. Let's start with soil composition. You want to choose a location with soil that's easy to dig, but also stable enough to support your bunker once it's built. A mix of sand and clay often works well. Next, think about accessibility. Your bunker should be easy to get to, but not so obvious that everyone passing by can spot it. Look for a location that offers a good balance between convenience and concealability. Safety is another important factor. Watch out for tall trees that might fall and damage your bunker. A safe distance from any potential hazards is always a good idea. And remember, the perfect spot is subjective. It's about what works best for you and your specific needs. Once we've found the perfect spot, we can start the actual building process. Now comes the most physically demanding part, digging the bunker. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. The size of your bunker will depend on a few factors, including the purpose of your bunker and how many people it needs to accommodate. As a general rule of thumb, for a mini bunker, you'll want to aim for a depth of around 6 feet. This ensures you have enough space for standing room and for the necessary fortifications. The width and length should be enough to comfortably fit the occupants with some room to spare. Now, onto the actual digging process. This is where your chosen tool comes in. Remember, make sure it's sturdy and reliable because you'll be doing a lot of digging. Start by marking out the perimeter of your bunker. With your tool in hand, begin to dig within these boundaries. Work systematically, starting from one end and moving to the other. Dig out the topsoil first, then move on to the harder subsoil. This will help you maintain a steady pace and avoid exhaustion. Safety, of course, is paramount. When digging, be aware of your surroundings. Keep an eye out for any wildlife that might be disturbed by your activities. Also, be mindful of the stability of the soil. If you notice any signs of collapse, stop immediately. It's better to be safe than sorry. As you dig, pile the excavated soil at a safe distance from the hole. You'll be using this later to fortify and conceal your bunker. Remember, this is a physically demanding task, so take regular breaks to stay hydrated and avoid overexertion. It's not a race, so take your time to ensure the job is done right. With patience and perseverance, you'll eventually have a hole that's the right size and shape for your bunker. And remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. You can always make adjustments as you go along. With the hole dug, we're halfway there. Now on to the next step. With the hole dug, it's time to fortify our bunker. The forest is a treasure trove of resources, and it's these resources that we'll use to fortify our shelter. Fallen trees, stones, and rocks, they're all fair game. Remember, the goal of fortification is to ensure that the bunker remains structurally sound and safe from any external threats. Let's start off with the fallen trees. They're perfect for reinforcing the walls of the bunker. First, we'll need to strip them of their branches and foliage to create smooth logs. Once we've done that, we can line them up against the walls of the bunker. It's kind of like building a log cabin, except this one's underground. Next, we'll move on to the stones and rocks. These can be used to further reinforce the walls and to create a sturdy roof for our bunker. To do this, we need to find flat stones that can be stacked on top of each other. It's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle, but with a bit of patience and a keen eye for detail, it's definitely doable. Now, you might be wondering how we're going to use a shovel to shape these materials. Well, it's quite simple. The edge of the shovel can be used to chip away at the stone to create a flat surface. And for the logs, the shovel can be used to strip away the bark and create a smooth surface. Once we've fortified our walls and created our roof, it's time to secure everything in place. We can use the soil we dug up earlier to fill in any gaps and provide additional support. Remember, this is a DIY project, so it might not be perfect the first time around. That's okay. It's all about learning and improving. The most important thing is that you are creating something with your own two hands, using the resources that nature has provided. With our walls and roof fortified, our bunker is almost complete. Now for the finishing touches to make our bunker a cozy shelter. Let's start with the living essentials. A comfortable makeshift bed is a must. If you're lucky to come across a few decently shaped logs, you can bind them together with some sturdy vines to create a base. Layer it with leaves and moss for a soft yet durable sleeping pad. Be sure to replace the leaves and moss regularly to keep your bed fresh and free from unwanted forest critters. Next, let's think about storage. Carve out small nooks in the walls of your bunker. These can serve as shelves for any essentials you may have, be it food, water, or a trusty tool. For larger items, consider digging a small pit in the corner of your bunker. Cover it with a flat rock to keep your items secure and out of sight. Now let's talk about potential upgrades. If you have the time and resources, you can fortify the walls with a layer of mud and rocks. This not only strengthens your bunker but also provides an additional layer of insulation against the elements. And don't forget about ventilation. A small hole at the top of the bunker will allow fresh air in and prevent condensation buildup. Just remember to cover it with a mesh-like material to keep insects and smaller animals out. And there you have it, your very own DIY underground bunker, built with just one tool.